Wes Huber, fantasypoints.com. Let's talk James Cook. So, dating back to 2015, this kid has been sharing the backfield with a rotation of backs for some very good teams at Miami Central and then obviously at Georgia. He had a long talk with his brother because he had originally committed to Florida State, and it was actually his brother that told him it might be best to go and do something for yourself and to establish make your own mark at a different school, and that's what led him to Georgia. Dating all the way back to that 2015 season when his football career began in high school, his yards per carry has never dropped below 6.0. As far as his strength, if you want a guy that fulfills the shot out of the cannon descriptor, this is the guy. He's another back, just like Kenneth Walker III, with an excellent jump cut. The suddenness of those slides are going to be an absolute staple of his NFL career. He's got a natural low center of gravity. He's able to use a strong upper body, wide chested, very wide chested, to shed when defenders attempt to tackle him high. He's got a stop and go acceleration that will be an important addition to the NFL. His dance moves, they never extend beyond necessity either, which I really like that. He's not out there showboating just to draw the crowd noise. His threat, the threat that he presented as a receiver allowed Georgia to motion him from the slot, and then they ran a lot of jet sweeps with him and fakes. And and then there at the end of the season during their championship run, he seemed to tap into another gear. And he was facing two top 5 run defenses there in the playoffs. So as a receiver, 67 catches at Georgia without a single drop. That says quite a lot. To me, I thought he was a superior receiver from his tape than his brother Dalvin. He made linebackers look ridiculous, just like Rashad White. You can't put a linebacker in coverage on him. And obvious understanding of how to get open. He keeps his attention locked onto the ball. He's not looking away like some of these other backs. And he instantly turns his attention into identifying defenders after the catch. I saw a lot of Travis Etienne in that regard. He could legitimately play slot wide receiver in the NFL, just like White. Multiple examples of Cook creating separation on nickel corners on top teams when lined up in the slot. So similar to his runs designed towards the flats, Cook is a beast in space. He's not a guy that's going to be attacking between the tackles on inside zone blocking. You send him out to the flats, or man, any type of gap setup is great. He does really well with read option handoffs and RPO. I actually think he would be an even greater threat there in the NFL if he ends up with a quarterback that can pull those off. He's already experienced working with very fast pulling O linemen, and that's something that's going to give him an advantage over some of the others in the class because of the speed of that Georgia O line. And he becomes a serious weapon when he's using his speed to attack moving gaps with front side pulls and counters. So I really liked what I saw there. Excellent processing speed when working through his gap progressions. Far better equipped to attack outside zone stretch, like I mentioned. And you put a blocker in front of his path and just watch him go. So he's not going to be a short yardage or goal line guy in the NFL. It's just not going to happen. He's not thick enough in the legs and hips to carry multiple defenders forward. He goes down a bit too quickly on first contact, unless you're coming at him high. But if you want to bring Cook down, you're going to you go tackle him below the waist, and he's going to drop. That's definitely his major weakness. And but with his receiving ability and just thinking about what the years ahead in his development, I saw so much of Austin Eckler in his game. And if I'm looking at a guy all around potential, I really see a stark or a stark similarity between Cook and Michael Carter.